Yes, my dear students, let's complete this exercise 1.6, and with this, our first chapter will get over. So, thinking about exercise 1.6, we have done the basics of this exercise 1.6. It is nothing but dealing with only exponents. So, straight we'll go to the question number 1. Find means basically we have to find the values. First one, 64 raised to the power of 1 upon 2. Here we will have to do what? Actually speaking, we will have to convert this 64 to the power of the denominator. The power of the denominator of the power. Sorry, 64 we will have to convert to the power such that the power of 64 is equal to the denominator of the power half. So what I will get here, 8 square raised to power of half, right? Because 64 is actually 8 square, and power half will continue. Power half will continue. So what I will get over here, now this is what actually speaking I just converted a 64 to 8 square, that is all. But now I will apply the rule of indices, and according to that, if I open the bracket, the outer power will multiply with the inner power. Since a raised to the power of m n is equal to a raised to the power of m into n. By this rule, this square will get cancelled. Fine, 2 will get cancelled, and I will get what is equal to 8 will be my answer. So 64 raised to the power of half is equal to 8. Means basically this you have to understand, my dear students. Raised to the power of half is actually what? Raised to the power of half. See, basically you have to understand that when we write root 4, this root 4 when I can write square root of 4 in the form of radical, and if I write the same thing without the radical, then it is always written as root 4 raised to the power of half. These both mean the same. Radical form I will write square root of 4, and instead of writing radical, if I write same root 4, I will write it in the form of 1 upon 2. Basically what happens, this is square root means here root is basically 2. This 2 is nothing but the denominator of the power. Supposing if I have got to write cube root of 5, that's why I always tell this is the place of the root. This is the place of the root. A value over here has got a different meaning. This is what cube root of 5. If I write it in the form of index, so what do I write? 5 raised to the power of 1 upon 3. This is nothing but the denominator of the power of the number inside the radical. This root is nothing but the denominator of the power of the number inside the radical. Root is denominator of power of number in the radical. Means supposing if I would have got this as 4th root of 7 cube, 4th root of 7 cube, this is I will be writing in the radical form. Same thing if I have to write in the exponent form, this will be written as 7 raised to the power of. Now 4 is what? The denominator of the power of the number inside the radical. The denominator of the power. What is the power? 3. Denominator of 3. It will become 3 upon 4. Like this it will be written. So, returning to our own topic. Actually in our topic what is happening is that 64 raised to the power of 1 upon 2 is basically, this is what index form. If I go to write it in the radical form, it will become 64, and this 2 will go and sit in the place of the root like this. And this is nothing but square root of 64, which is actually 8. This is what the explanation is, and that is the concept behind this question. Now see how much you can drink. That's what you should have the habit of tasting everything. कितना ज्ञान पी सकते हो पी लो. Now here I will have to convert 32 in the terms of power of 5. 32 if I go, I will go on dividing by 2 16s are 2 8s are 2 4s are 2 2s are 2 1s are. Now see 1 2 3 4 5. So basically 32 is nothing but 2 raised to the power of 5. 32 is 2 raised to the power of 5, and then power 1 upon 5, this power 1 upon 5 will continue. Now I will open the bracket. What I will get is a raised to the power of m. Outside power will multiply with inner power. So now here what happens, 5 will get cancelled. So what do I get here? 2 is the answer. Fine. Again here if you see, try to understand the topic. 32 raised to 1 upon 5 is basically what? Fifth root of 32. This 5, that's why I tell my dear students, sometime many number of times, I am going back to the topic, many number of times when it is 7 root x, many students write it like this, 7 root x, 7 root x. No, you can't write like this. There is big difference between this 7 root x and 7th root of x. 7 into root x, 7 root x is different. 7th root of x is different. So you can't mix them together. So you have to make sure that you maintain a distance between them. Otherwise it will be a big panga. Fine. So this is what fifth root of 32 means. When I multiply a number 5 times with itself, then I should get the value 32. So like this 2 is the number which I multiply with itself 5 times. I will get the value 32. Fine. See, develop my language, my dear students. It will help you in a longer term. I know in the start you may find it slightly complicated, but I tell you, give me 6 months and then automatically you will absorb that language. Keep on listening to me. Keep on listening to me. 125. Now again 125 should be converted to the power of 3. So again what I will do, I will factorize this. 5 25 is a 125, 5 5s are, and then I am getting that it is in the 5 raised to the power of 3. 125 is nothing but 5 raised to the power of 3, and this 1 upon 3 will be continued. So now what happens, I will open the bracket. When you open the bracket, the outer power multiplies with the inner power. This is the rule. So here 3 and 3 will get cancelled. So what is that? 5. Coming back to the topic, what they are asking you, 125 raised to the power of 1 upon 3 is nothing but cube root of 125. Understand this. Cube root of 125 means which number when multiplied with itself 3 times will give you 125. 5 when you multiply with itself 3 times, it will give you 125. So you will write over here 125 is equal to 5. Fine. Yes. So with this our question number 1 is over. Question number 2. Here it is going in the same fashion. First question is telling 9 raised to the power of 3 upon 2. Now again what I will do, I will convert 9 to the power of 2. For that I will write 3 square 3 upon 2. Now again I will have to open the bracket. So what I get here, because when I open the bracket, the outer power will multiply with the inner power. So again this 2 will get cancelled, and what I get is 3 cube. That is nothing but 27. Fine. So I will get 9 raised to the power of 3 upon 2 is equal to 27. Okay, my dear students, going to the second question. 32 raised to the power of 2 upon 5. You know that 32 can be converted to the power of 5, 2 raised to the power of 5, that this will become 2 upon 5. So now what, I will open the bracket, the inner power will multiply with the outer power. I will get a raised to the power of m into n will give me a raised to the power of mn. Now when I open this, 5 will get cancelled with 5, and I get what? 2 square, that will be equal to 4. Therefore 32 raised to the power of 2 upon 5 is equal to 4. That is what you will get. Okay, so going to the third question, 16 raised to the power of 3 upon 4. 16 raised to the power of 3 upon 4. Now 16 I will have to convert to the power of 4. For that 16, 2 8s are, 2 4s are, 2 2s are, 2 1s are. This will be 2 raised to the power of 4 will give me 16. Now I will multiply, open the bracket, the outer power will multiply with the inner power, because whenever I open the bracket, the outer power multiplies with the inner power, and then 4 and 4 will get cancelled. What I will get is 2 cube, that is equal to 8. So 16 raised to the power of 3 upon 4 is equal to 8. This is the solution found. Fine. Now going to the fourth question. 125 raised to the power of minus 1 upon 3. Don't get bothered about the negative sign. Here what I'll do, again the same thing. 5 cube is going to be equal to 125. So minus 1 upon 3 will continue. Now I will open the bracket. I will get like this. So because a raised to the power of m is going to be, when I open the bracket, a raised to the power of mn. Now here again the same thing will happen. 3 and 3 will get cancelled out. So what I get is 5 raised to the power of minus 1. Now this minus 1, minus power, I have to convert to positive. For that I will have to change the place of the base. 5, which is in the numerator, I will bring it to the denominator. The sign of the power will change. So what happens actually, a raised to the power of minus m. When I change the place of the base, it will become a raised to the power of plus m. Fine, my dear students. Hope all the rules, you have understood the rules, and then we can go to the question number 3. Simplify. First one, 2 raised to the power of 2 upon 3 into 2 raised to the power of 1 upon 5. This is simple. Equal bases are multiplying with each other. When equal bases multiply with each other, you copy the base once and the powers add up. So here also I will copy the base once and the powers will add up. So what do I get? 2 raised to the power of, here I will, because the denominators are unequal, I will have to cross multiply. 2 5s are 10, 3 1s are 3, upon 3 5s are 15. So this becomes 10 plus 3, 13 upon 15. This is your answer. Okay, so I can write it like this if you want. 2 raised to the power of 2 upon 3 into 2 raised to the power of 1 upon 5 is equal to 2 raised to the power of 13 upon 15. You can write the answer if you want. This is, of course, anytime a good thing to follow. 1 upon 3 raised to the power of, what is that? 3 cube. Oh. 3 cube, hopefully it is 3 cube. 3 cube raised to the power of 7. 3 cube raised to the power of 7. Nothing. You will have to 3 into 7. Basically here also 1 into 7. A raised to the power of m into raised to the power of n will give you the outer power will multiply with the inner power. So you will get 1 raised to the power of 7 means 1 upon 3 raised to the power of 21. 3 raised to the power of 21. That is huge. Keep it like that only. Fine. So short of papers. Oh my God. Short of papers, my dear students. So where am I now? Third question. 11 raised to the power of half upon 11 raised to the power of 1 upon 4. So basically equal bases are dividing themselves. So what will happen? The powers will subtract, because a raised to the power of m divided by a raised to the power of n will give you a raised to the power of m minus n. So here 11 raised to the power, now these here the powers are different. You can equalize the denominator and solve it, is easy. You can do any method. Afterwards what will happen is that if I cross multiply, 4 1s are 4, 2 1s are 1, then again I will have to multiply these also. 2 4s are 8. So this will be 4 minus 2 is 2 upon 8. Now only thing is that this also I will have to divide. So that will become 11 raised to the power of 1 upon 4. Remember that. Here it will be 1. So what I will get is 11 raised to the power of half divided by 11 raised to the power of 1 upon 4 is equal to 11 raised to the power of 1 upon 4. This is the answer. Fine, my dear students, and now we will have to go to the last question. Question number 4. 7 raised to the power of half into 8 raised to the power of half. So here actually speaking there is a common power over here. The common power will go out of the bracket. It will become 7 into 8 raised to the power of half, and now this will become 56 raised to the power of half. Fine, so this will become what? 7 raised to the power of half into 8 raised to the power of half is equal to 56 raised to the power of half. So my dear students, with this our first chapter gets over. Congratulations. Hope you all have understood this chapter very well. Do revise the chapter as much as possible and make this chapter very strong. This chapter will make your basics very strong, my dear students. Okay, thank you very much. See you soon.